Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's Harris to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off portion.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now the first NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Swift. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder Artie Burns. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Jamie Collins.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Bears first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bears 3. Lions nothing.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On the handoff.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's taken down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 65 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
First down.
They go play action. Trubisky going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 66 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Chicago.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as the Bears push further out in front. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bears 17, Lions 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and a yard, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Play action. It's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24, Lions 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy, and Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas, the best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys, but don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Chicago Bears believe they got a steal getting Cole Kmet out of Notre Dame, the tight end, in the 2nd round because on most boards, he was a consensus #1 tight end. He can block, catch the ball downfield, and it was funny talking with a scout right before the draft, and he told me, I think there's a lot more receiving ability for Cole Kmet than people think. We just saw evidence of it on that last play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a carry for Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Buster Screen is able to bring him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Stafford on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Jamal Agnew. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running is Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's Harris to return it. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
But it brings up 4th.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Trubisky to throw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Flush to his right.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you.